From Sin City, Las Vegas, and Arizona are ready to play in prime time on 11 Sports and for the fans. Two teams ascending up the standings at 2-5 and 3-4. This game means everything to both. Alongside Jimmy Galvez, Charles Doherty, I'm Cameron Irvine. How you doing tonight, Charles? What do you see as the pivotal points of this game to watch out for?
Oh, I'm doing great, Cam. Thank you. This is a great matchup between Arizona and Las Vegas. Both teams are coming off big wins last week. Arizona pulled out 3 points over Florida. Las Vegas had a huge win over Vancouver, giving Vancouver their first loss of the season. While both offenses have shown improvement, I think they're going to face a tough test against both of these defenses. Neither of these teams have won on the road. Arizona's got an uphill battle here going against the Fury, especially at home. So 34 points a game. Las Vegas is averaging. My recommendation is, surprise, I'm a running back. Run first, let that set up your pass game. Don't test these secondaries too much because they thrive on getting interceptions. For Arizona to win, I think they're going to have to control time of possession and limit mistakes. And for Las Vegas, it's Redford, baby. Use him all day. Let's get this game rolling.
The lava is flowing from Silver State Stadium, and Rob Ems has the ball on the tee and the hand in the air. SFL Nation, kick it, we're underway. Roscoe Justice on the return, and Justice out to the 26-yard line. Arizona in the road. Orange helmets, white jerseys, black pants, black numbers, orange and red trim. Vegas in the traditional home black helmets, black jerseys, the yellow pants, the yellow numbers, and the red, and that Vegas purple trim. 1st and 10 at the 26 for Arizona. We are underway here on Sunday night. We've had two amazing SFL games to start the day. Wonder what we're going to get out of tonight. Ashley Jackson hands it off to number 25, the running back, DJ Moses II. And we meet the rest of the Arizona Scorpion offense. 3 receivers to keep a look at, an eye on tonight. Donnie Hands, number 11. James Hands, number 12. Roscoe Justice, number 19. And the most established and decorated tight end in the SFL, Tiberius Bovine, wears number 89. Off the Moses run for no gain. Ashley Jackson out of the shotgun empty, will fire on a 2nd and 10, and that play is incomplete and out of bounds. Now over to Vegas's defense led by Max Jackson in his 5th season. On the line, Rhett Sawyer and Guapo Esteban. Don't forget about either of those. Linebackers, Dave Drury, the former Renegade, and Freddie Trammell, inside and outside respectively. 3 corners, Thomasina Rahman, Merrick Itera, and Thomas Rahman Jr., and the free safety signed midseason Nikki Colantrelli. Wears number 24, 3rd down and 10. At the 26, Jackson in trouble, and Rhett Sawyer gets career sack number 50, and Vegas forces a 3-and-out on the first play of the game.
7th sack of the season for Rhett Sawyer, and he just blew up that backfield. Ashley Jackson didn't have any time. She just had to start running as soon as she saw that big number 54 coming through the line.
I should say the first drive of the game for Arizona, and Sawyer gets the mark. Mike Windu, the punter, on early here for Arizona. As that one fielded by Braun up to the Arizona 46. More on Rhett Sawyer. His career numbers now has 50 sacks, 11th all-time in the SFL, to go along with 4 pass deflections, which he got all of last season, which was a league record for pass deflections by a defensive lineman.
Yeah, they had him up on coverage, covering the wide receivers, I think.
He can do it
I'm
all.
Just kidding.
I wouldn't be surprised. Thomas Rahman is the quarterback. 3 Rahmans, the family of Rahmans on this Fury squad. He fires it quickly, and it's caught by Robert Redford. A 2-yard gain after Tropicana had a pick 6 and could not convert. What a heads-up play by Redford.
Yeah, very heads-up. That was a veteran move right there to get the ball and possibly get a gain out of it. Yeah, he got a couple yards out of that.
Wow, right off the bat. Vegas definitely awake tonight. 2nd and 8 at the 44 with split backs for Rahman. Two receivers, one to either side. Handoff goes to the fullback, John Truzman. And let's take a look at the rest of this Las Vegas offense. Redford and Truzman in the backfield along with Rahman in his 4th season. Two wide receivers outside, Memphis Blue and Chris Braun. Two tight ends, John Blades and Dan Daly. Your kicker, rookie Rob Ems, with a career long of 50. And you were talking in the pregame before we got on the air, Charles, about how the kickers may end up just winning this game. 3rd down and 2. Vegas tries to convert, and they will not. That pass is knocked away by Eddie Gage. The all-timer and the Hall of Famer forces a 4th down.
Yeah, definitely the all-timer Hall of Famer. He was locked in for the whole play there. I think that was the best pass you could possibly have done for Rahman's standpoint, but Eddie Gage was all over that.
So if you missed the games earlier today, Sioux Falls down 34-21, scores, recovers an onside kick, gets all the way into scoring position, then throws a pick, lost 34-28. The game that was on just before us, Florida tried to also complete a comeback, threw a pass into the end zone as that ball is going to roll into the end zone for Vegas' special teams unit. Threw a pass into the end zone. Ron Cochran, who's completed all these comebacks in his career, and it was intercepted by Dean Maddox at the goal line. Vancouver holds on 27-21. It has just been one of those days in the SFL, and they're the best.
I'm still recovering from that game. That was exhausting to watch.
It was back and forth. 1st and 10 at the 20. Both teams start with a punt here Sunday night in prime time in Nevada. DJ Moses II takes the carry, picks up 1. Drury on the tackle, was with this franchise last year when they were the Oklahoma City Renegades. Bought and sold to Eddie Gage in the offseason, moved to Phoenix.
Yeah, they've also got that. It's going to be hard running up the middle against Juice Adams, Sawyer, and Esteban. Let's see if they keep going to the well there, trying to get some yards per carry off them.
2nd down and 9, 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Nickel look for Vegas. Handoff to Moses II. Only got maybe at 2 yards, 1.5. 3rd and 7. And Esteban makes the tackle.
Esteban's a large human, 6'7", 312. I mean, if I was running that way, I'd definitely try and turn the other direction.
The unofficial over-under tonight is 39.5. And Vegas favored by a touchdown. Trying to get to 500. Jackson to throw on 3rd down and 7. Jackson steps up in the pocket, throws a wobbler deep, and the pass in double coverage is incomplete. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. Looking for Bovine deep. But Vegas' coverage has been on point anytime Jackson has tried to throw so far tonight. Another 3 and out for the Scorpions.
Yeah, so far it's I think the most tired folks out there on the field are the punters.
And you look at the beautiful wings from the Fury in this stadium, one of the most gorgeous stadiums in the SFL.
I've always wondered if that was real lava. Is that really real lava?
They keep it nice, and they have cooled seats so that it doesn't get too hot in the stadium. Right. But yes, real lava at midfield and flowing underneath the stands here in Vegas. Fair catch called for by Braun at the 42-yard line, and we'll get to see Thomas Rahman in his 2nd series.
Well, so far the play calling for Las Vegas has been conservative, which is okay. I think they're just trying to get a feel for what Arizona has in the playbook and then possibly open it up a bit.
7:23 to go in the 1st quarter. 4 receivers for the Fury to start the drive. Rahman will throw. Rahman looking outside, far side, knocked away. And some more brilliant defense by Arizona. And let's look at their defense since we haven't gotten a chance to do that. Chad Tackle in his 5th season, along with Dede Sachs, Mark Mello, and Alex Constantine, a very talented defensive line. Joey Tropicana, B.J. Loveless, the linebackers, Tanner Hendricks, Mana Kanaka, and Parker Thomas, who just made that play. Your corners, Kanye Rockefeller and Eddie Gage, the 2 decorated safeties, finish off the secondary. 2nd down and 10. Split backs for Rahman, 7 in the box for Arizona. Handoff, Redbird smashed by Tropicana. And Tropicana says, here, why don't I sit you down at a nice comfortable beach chair And let me go get you a cold beverage for a 2-yard loss.
Gosh. What a tackle. Joey Tropagana is more than filling the shoes of DeAndre Washington, the defensive rookie of the year last season. Talking to Gage before the game, he's really impressed with how great he's playing so far this season.
3rd and 12 for Rahman over the middle, knocked away again. Rockefeller with the pass defense, another 4th down. And these two defenses are flying all over the place. The quarterbacks are now a combined 1 for 7 for 2 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're definitely locking it down. I mean, maybe they need to start going a little, maybe to some swing passes and maybe some quick passes in order to soften up that defense.
Vegas's punter is Robert Batarski. Justice back to return. And after 4 possessions and 4 punts, Justice will get it up to the 25, and Ashley Jackson will try again. Just getting started from Sin City, no score. 6:41 to go in the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .641 to go in the first quarter. No score. 3 receivers for Jackson to start the drive. Jimmy Galvez, Charles Doherty, Cameron Irvine here with you. Prime time on FTF and 11 Sports, and that pass caught by Hands. I don't know how James Hands makes the grab.
Yeah, I have no idea. That was just barely out of the outstretched arms of the defender. That's a tough pass to get off, and I think that you got to be careful because I think both secondaries of these teams, they're just waiting for the home run option to get the interception taken to the house.
Hands at the top of the screen, James. Donnie Hands at the bottom of the screen, isolated. 7 in the box for Vegas. Jackson changing the play at the line on 2nd and 5. Back to pass, looking for an open receiver, has her target down to the 39-yard line, first down. And that is Bovine with his first catch of the night and the first move of the chains for Arizona's offense.
That's great. Yeah, one more series, the punter gets to relax a little bit, but that was a smart play there. I think the quick routes, the quick passes, that's the way you're going to move on this Vegas defense.
3 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. Moses will get a handoff running left, got a lot of room. DJ Moses, the second, picks up 9. And Arizona's starting to figure out what the Fury are presenting them defensively.
Yeah, that was a great first down run by DJ Moses the second. It takes the pressure off Ashley Jackson. She's got a bunch of options here on 2nd down and short.
The Arizona offense struggling to produce early in the season, still trying to find their rhythm and their identity, but they did beat Florida 17-14 last week. That was a monstrous victory. Both of their wins, Charles, as you were telling me earlier, by just 3 points.
Right, definitely.
2nd and 1, 5:22 to go in the first. Jackson will drop to throw on a 5-step, fire outside to James Hands. Gets the first down on the simple out route into Vegas territory for the first time today.
Very smart route run there by James Hands. He is the number 1 target for Ashley Jackson. Has a great percentage of catching when he's targeted. It's around 72%.
I don't know if you'd notice this when they show it again here on the screen. Look at the owner's suite down here behind the bench. That's where Max Jackson goes when he's not on the field playing. He hops right over the wall.
Is that by the lava? That's not near the lava.
Well, sort of.
So it's heated.
Yeah, it is. As Hands. Oh, a late hit. Wow. Way late. Makes the grab. that is an inexcusable penalty by Colin Trelli. I mean, he was about to go into the owner's suite. That's how far.
That was off the top ropes.
Off the sidelines. Let's see if we get another look at that. I mean, that was totally ridiculous. Here it is.
Here we go. 1-2 steps out of bounds.
I mean, he's not even in the white anymore. James Hands quick to protest after thinking he was safe on his own sideline.
I think Eddie Gage is asking for an ejection.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get those around here. 1st and 10 at the Fury 28. Arizona's on the move here. Offset eye, handoff Moses again on a little stretch, and Moses able to push forward. Max Jackson hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and Moses able to squeeze 2 yards out of that orange juice.
Yeah, keep feeding Moses. Take some pressure off Jackson and slip in those sideline routes. I think they're going to be okay.
Ball on the right hash. Arizona come out with 3 receivers. Justice, actually, I think that might be Bovine, a slot right. Handoff Moses, and he is speared. Wow. And now no huddle from Arizona. We've seen this a lot out of him. Trammell makes that last tackle. Tremendous job from the linebacker spot. 3rd down and 8. 3-step drop. Jackson shuffles her feet in the pocket. Pass caught by Bovine. I think she should have hit Moses at the top. He was all alone. But Bovine ends up 3 yards short. Arizona does get the ball down the field, but they'll have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, I think Jackson might have been a little surprised at how much time she had there in the pocket. Great blocking by the offensive line, and she did go for that safety pass off there down in the middle. And I think she had a wide receiver open on the left.
Off that drive, Arizona's Jackson now 5 of 7 for 41 yards. Not a bad start with an 86 QBR. And the 38-yard field goal for Arizona's Bryant Dynasty is up and good. The Scorpions get the first points on the board of the evening, trying to improve to 3-5. We'll have more for you after this commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Don't go anywhere. .347 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Arizona. Visit sector6apparel.com for all league and team apparel, including hoodies, t-shirts, team jerseys, and more. Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the SFL. As Jackson, or check that, Chris Braun will return it out to the 28-yard line. And part of that more in the stores, Charles, are the team flags, and I'm making it my mission that we'll have every single team's flag represented at the next convention in Jacksonville in July.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got to get a flag. I keep forgetting that they're out there. I got to go get one.
First down for Thomas Rahman. The first 2 drives for Vegas, just 8 plays and 2 punts. 1 for 4 for 2 yards thus far. Rahman throwing it deep, and the pass is knocked away by Kanye Rockefeller. And Kanye Rockefeller and Eddie Gage, man, they are something special. Look at their numbers all time. Gage is first all time in tackles, pass deflections, and interceptions. Rockefeller is 7th all time in pass deflections, but surprisingly enough, Charles, neither one of them has a touchdown in their illustrious careers.
Well, maybe we'll get to see one tonight. Let's be positive.
Could be. And Eddie looking for his 60th career interception as Redford goes nowhere. No gain on the play. Chad Tackle and company get the stop. 3rd down. Tackle, loving that In-N-Out burger out here.
Redford's a tough man to bring down, so but you're going up against Chad Tackle at 6'5", 320, so I think just by the law of mass wins on that one.
3rd down and 10. Vegas is 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far tonight. Rahman deep down the middle. Incomplete. Eddie Gage is there again. Gage and Rockefeller have passed every single test that the Fury have thrown at him tonight, and it'll be another punt for Butarski.
Yeah, so far between Rockefeller and Gage, they've been owning that secondary. No large gains at all. They're really shutting it down.
Chat shoutouts. Eddie Gage, never satisfied. 1, 2, 3. SFL Trusman. Hike the Earth. AJ Today Jackson. You don'tcha. Camp Commandment. Robroy 8891. Life is what streams, and many more. If you want to join the conversation, get involved at twitch.tv/FTFnext and meet some of these owners, coaches, players on the field all night tonight.
Last time Arizona had the ball, they went 9 plays, 54 yards for the field goal. Didn't get in the end zone, but I think, field goals are probably going to be, even those are going to be a premium in this game.
Balanced offense so far, 7 passes, 6 runs, and that's the 7th run, and that's Moses, but he gets nothing. DJ Moses, 2 yards a carry, 14 yards, 7 carries, has been a fullback his time in the league. He has adjusted, trying to get used to that running back game, but still working out the kinks of that rushing attack.
And so far the line on both sides, they're really shutting it down in the middle as well.
2nd down for Jackson. Jackson changing the play at the line. 3-step drop, fires it outside, and James Hands makes the catch. Pickup of 5, and always love coming here to Vegas, Charles. I think we're going to be hitting the slots afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm starving.
Last time I was in Vegas, I might have been sitting at a particular slot until 6 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully, I didn't have to do anything the next day.
Did you come back with a shirt on? Or
in about 5 hours, I lost about $40. So
there you go.
I don't know if that's a win or it's just pure entertainment. Jackson steps up in the pocket, fires, it's caught for a first down, the Vegas 44-yard line, and James Hands has a first down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Jackson or Colantrelli on that one, but I thought that was an interception.
Jackson again outside to Roscoe Justice. More no huddle out of this Arizona offense.
It's smart to do it right now. They've got them on their heels, and they've got that sideline route nailed.
And Jackson's in a rhythm right now. Steps up in the pocket, deep down the field. Oh, Max Jackson should have had that one. Quickly, 3rd and 7.
They're still going hurry up. Yeah, I don't think they have a mismatch at this point, but let's see on this play.
Bovine lined up left of the line, running the slant route. Inside, Jackson's pass just a touch behind the slot receiver. That was Mando Mitchell. Let's get another look at it.
Yeah, I think Itera had a little play in this as well. It looked like, who was that, Frank Shatter? Maybe Itera at the end.
Yeah, lots involved there. It's a very bunched up middle there for Las Vegas, and Jackson tried to thread the needle. 8 of 12 for 65 yards. The drive stalls out just outside of field goal range, and Arizona will punt it away again inside the 10. This is a great punt.
There you go.
It's going to roll all the way down to the 3-yard line for the first down for Vegas, 97 yards away from the end zone. And Rahman, who's really struggled to find any open receivers tonight, is in some trouble. Get the ball to Redford.
Yeah, definitely. You got to use Redford to get out of this hole.
Or Truzman. -2 yards on 2 carries for Robert Redford, thanks to Jimmy Galvez holding down the stats. Offset eye, 2 receivers, both short side right, top of the screen. They're going to hand off the other way to Redford. Redford spins off 2. Redford breaks a tackle. Hurdles another. Robert Redford, 1 man to beat, and he's faster than the Tropicana. It's 97 yards for the score.
Wow, unbelievable. They did what they needed to do on there. Get Redford the ball, and when he gets the ball, he does magic.
Robert Redford.
Look at that. I mean, I thought he was dead to rights there on the line. He was able to do a spin, off tackle, and just take it to the house. And like you said, there's no way Joey Tropicana was going to bring him down.
Wow. Redford blows the game open. Take your -2 yards and shove it. 95 yards on 3 carries. Now for Redford, and Vegas has the lead.
Whew, what a run.
And as Denver Night Wings points out in the chat, that's 2 seasons in a row now that Redford's had at least a 95-yard touchdown run. Did it in Vice Wars last season. And the extra point is good on a very, it seems like we've been in this first quarter, Charles, forever.
Forever.
That was the 8th drive of the game already.
Well, I mean, they haven't been moving the ball at all except for on one play.
Wow. Well, Arizona's got to regroup. They had to have been feeling pretty good about the way their defense was playing until that.
Yeah, that's deflating, a long run like that.
Especially when you're in position.
Yep.
I mean, Vegas had every opportunity to make that play and couldn't do it. Justice from 1 yard outside of his end zone. Gets it out to the 24. And if you're Arizona, I think you got to figure out how to get Donnie Hands involved. He's been a little quiet in the first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like most of their they had a couple passes in the middle of the field, and most of them seem to be on the left side. I don't know if it's because the defense, of Las Vegas is locking down the right side at all, but haven't seen them go there that very much.
First down to the 24, split backs for Jackson. Nickel look for Vegas' defense. Jackson will throw. Jackson steps up in the pocket. The pass is incomplete. James Hands the intended receiver, but once again, a well-timed hit from Freddie Trammell, having himself a fantastic night thus far.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson was dealing with a little pressure up there in the pocket, had to get rid of that ball, had to dump it off, but Freddie Trammell was waiting.
5 receptions, 32 yards for James Hands here in the opening stanza. And actually not a bad throw from Jackson, but just a better defensive play made by Trammell. I think kind of startled Hands from behind. High formation, they'll give it off to Moses, and Moses lost a yard. Trammell again, along with Rhett Sawyer.
Yeah, there was no way that DJ Moses was going anywhere. That was Moses with the ball, right? That wasn't any way he was going anywhere with that ball. That was a big stop there by Rhett Sawyer and team.
And so just like Redford, who's kind of struggled to get going, but then with a breakout run, Moses has struggled to get going, but has yet to have that breakout gain. Long of 9 right now. 3rd and 11 for Jackson. Jackson will just cut her losses. Fire it out to Justice, gain of 3. That's the end of that, and Vegas has swung momentum completely.
Wonder if that was enough time for Redford to get his oxygen back.
Yeah, I think they keep it on full supply for him.
But stay away from the lava with oxygen tanks. They don't mix.
I cannot get you to focus on the
hard.
football at hand. You're just staring at this lava. It is mesmerizing.
Well, Tom Rahman said it was red chocolate, so that kind of threw me off a little too.
Well, if he wants to believe that's chocolate, then he's going to have some problems later. From the 40-yard line, Braun on the return, and Braun hit viciously low by Corey Chamberlain, the backup running back playing special teams.
Well, so far, I think for Las Vegas, it's a simple offensive game plan. Just hand it off to number 28.
So look at Tanner Hendricks. He's had a fantastic season. Big leader of this Arizona front office. In the SFL, you can do just about anything. Play, coach, own, general manager, scout, all sorts of opportunities. Broadcast, like us. Rahman outside to Braun, picks up 3 yards. 26 seconds left.
Nice play. Nice safe play on first down. Now, again, he's got a bunch of options there in his toolkit to use. I think it would be great to see Redford get the ball again, see if he's still got that fire.
2nd and 7. Rahman trying to get a little involved, trying to find the openings in this Arizona defense that is incredibly difficult to score on. Rahman to throw. Wild throw. Back foot. Tipped up by Gage and
Dangerous.
Incomplete. Eddie Gage should have had that one, although he was kind of falling back trying to make that play. But Rahman forcing the issue. Mana Kanaka also there.
Yeah, he was throwing on the run, too. It's hard to be very accurate, especially when you're throwing in the middle like that against the safeties. Dangerous throw.
8 seconds remain in this first quarter. This is the longest first quarter of the season, I feel like. But it's been some good action. 3-2 dime look for Arizona. Rahman back to pass. Rahman facing some pressure. And Rahman's pass is tipped up in the air and intercepted. Joey Tropicana getting his revenge out to the 45-yard line to end the first quarter. And the linebacker gets another interception.
Yeah, Joey Tropicana shows that he's got some good hands there. A lot of the linebackers in this league would drop that, but he had to get this to get the ball back and stop Vegas and give them a chance to get some points on the board. That was a big-time play by Tropicana.
And there's Rockefeller again, getting a pass deflection, rising up the leaderboards. The end of the first quarter is here. 7-3, Vegas over Arizona. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. We'll be right back. Start of the second quarter, Vegas leads Arizona 7-3. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Trips to the right. First time we've seen this at Arizona tonight. Jackson changing the play at the line. Hand off Moses running the other way, and Moses again.
Man,
I tell you what, Freddie Trammell,
fast.
it's almost like the coaching staff has said, you are going to do nothing else but cover Moses tonight.
Yeah, he locked him down on that one. I took a breath because I thought Moses was going to have a big gain on that run.
Jackson hit as she threw. Out to Moses, a floater. Moses spins off one tackle, picks up four. You see they threw Moses away from Trammell that time, and it picks up just short of 5.
And look at all the defenders there. There were 6 by the ball by the time he caught that floater. So far, I don't believe Donnie Hands has been targeted.
No, still no targets for Hands. For Donnie, I should say. 3rd and 6 at midfield. Jackson, 3-step drop. Jackson in trouble. Off her back foot. Oh, it hit Donnie Hands in the face.
Wow.
I don't think he was ready for it because Jackson was pressured at her feet.
That was a good pass, though, with that pressure.
It was. She threw it early and right to him, and Hands was not paying attention.
His head wasn't turned.
You got to always be ready for the ball, right? It's easy for us to say.
You could have been looking at the lava.
You know?
That's why they have it there.
To distract their opponents who are not used to it.
Yep, that dreaded lava again.
From the 15, not hardly any room for Braun. He turns it out to the 17-yard line. So first down, Rahman gets another crack at it. And
you know, one thing I think they're going to try and work on here, Redford's going to have to improve on his 31.7 yard per carry.
By the way, the 97-yard run is Robert Redford entering into the top 10 of all-time rushing leaders, thanks to the franchise's expert John Bond for that stat, as that pass is caught by Memphis
Holy
Blue.
mackerel.
And Thomas Rahman finally has double-digit yards, moves the chains.
That was a great pass by Rahman. That was just on a rope. Plenty of time. He had plenty of time to wait for that route to develop, and he just fired it out of his hands.
He almost laid that out a little bit too much, but just got that inside to Memphis Blue. Rahman under center. Going to pass again. They have been unafraid, and Chris Braun makes the catch, breaks a tackle, and has a first down out to the Arizona 37. Rahman's starting to get it clicking.
Definitely. Another great pass by Rahman. He is starting to get heated up, and when you have a hot quarterback and a hot running back, it does not bode well for the defense.
Redford coming in, 6,311 yards, passes A.J. Francis, who had 6,332 yards. Unlikely to catch Warren Murray tonight. 6,611 yards is 8th all-time. Redford picks up 1, but as you're going through, these top rushers, Charles, the number 1 guy by 4 yards, Johnny English, followed by Pete Bruschi. Both of them are out of the league. Ray Bentley at 10,002 yards is closest to them, and when he becomes the all-time leading rusher, he'll be the first in years to overtake that record, as Redford picks up a couple more to set up a 3rd and 6.
We're seeing a lot of runs up the middle by Vegas. I think maybe they might be trying to set up for maybe another downfield pass here.
To keep up with how your player and team are doing this season, visit simulationfl.net for standings, leaderboards, and sortable team stats. The Rookie Big Board is there too, tracking the next superstars in the SFL. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd down and 6, the Arizona 33 for Rahman. Just inside M's field goal range, but pressure is going to drive him out. Chad Tackle keeps, check that, number 99, the rookie, Mark Mello, the third selection in the SFL rookie draft, makes the play from outside to inside and drives Vegas back.
Second leading sack on the team. He's got 6 for the season. That was a great penetration, and that's exactly what Arizona needed.
So Vegas, it looked like for sure they were going to get points out of that drive. Instead, they'll have to punt it away, trying to pin Arizona deep. Arizona once before has gotten Vegas inside the 5, and that one bounces out of bounds at the 7. Nice job by Batarski, and I think DJ Moses II is saying, okay, this is my time to shine.
Yeah, the punters are getting a lot of reps, and it's showing. They're getting some good coffin corner punts.
2 inside the 10 so far tonight. And both these teams really playing sort of an even draw through the first 14 minutes.
Let's see what Moses can do deep in the middle.
A toss, and Moses out past the 15, 20, 25, 30. They say the toss doesn't work, Charles, but that picked up 23 yards. What a play.
What a play, right. That's what got him out of the hole. Great run. I don't think they were expecting that off-tackle run.
Toss to the strong side now. Jackson going to throw. Jackson caught. First down. Donnie Hands picks up 11 more. No huddle out of Arizona.
That's smart after a big run like that. The defense is on their heels, and they've got a mismatch. Just keep running it. Running that type of 2-minute drill.
Vegas shift the line the other way and fooled Arizona. They ran that toss, and Moses got nothing off of it. 2nd down and 10. Jackson going to throw. Jackson outside to number 28, the fullback, Laura Harrell.
Nice.
Signed in week 6. She makes the play for a 6-yard pickup.
That's great. There's about 28 Harrells in this league. I know we've got 2 on Vancouver.
I cannot wait to meet the Harrell family at the SFL convention. Jacksonville, Florida, the host this year. July 17th, live games will kick off our 15th anniversary season. Certainly excited about that. 3rd down and 4 for Arizona. Same formation. Jackson steps up, checks down. Moses is crushed. A 3-yard loss. Colin Trelli. No late hit necessary this time. 4th down.
Yeah, that was there wasn't a lot that DJ Moses could have done on that one, just from the way the whole play developed. took a lot of time, allowed the defense to get set, and it didn't turn out well.
It was Laura's first SFL catch.
Congratulations.
So Arizona will punt it away on drive number 13 of the first half.
Wow.
As Braun hits it out to the 29-yard line and will step aside. Halfway through the second quarter, back and forth, these two teams playing 3D chess. That's what the SFL is all about. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .5:39 to go in the first half. 7-3 Vegas in a tightly contested game once again here in the SFL in Week 8 as these teams try to make a thunderous push to the playoffs. Ball on the right hash for Rahman under center. 5-step drop, throws an out route far side. That is ruled incomplete. The tight end Dan Daly
I thought that was in.
thought he had it as well.
Interesting. Huh. Well, they got to do something on this series. I mean, they were hot after that 97-yard run by Robert Redford, but the last two series they ended in getting the ball over the other team. So I'm sure they want to take it down and get into scoring position here before the end of the half.
Offset eye to the side with two receivers. Here, short side, bottom of your screen. Rahman back to throw. Rahman in some trouble. Gets out of it with a Redford throw.
Well,
Redford, where are you going?
Wow.
And that looked like a scared running back. I know, don't.
It can't be the lava. Not on this one.
No, not on this one. And the only reason why I say that is because the press box is pretty high up in this stadium. And I don't have to worry
That
about
was
Redford
odd.
coming up to come after me.
Maybe he was trying to do a spin or something and changed his mind.
4-yard loss. I mean, he had space, and it was almost like he thought he was out of bounds. Now 4 wide here for Vegas. Their drive going backwards here. 5:15 to go in the first half. Rahman, great pocket over the middle,
Nice
caught,
pass.
but short of the first down by 4 yards. Memphis Blue on the reception. Braun's been quiet. There are the quarterback numbers. Probably the most important figure on that sheet is 0 interceptions from Ashley Jackson in the last 10 quarters of play. Jackson with just a couple of picks.
Yeah, and that's big for her. I mean, she's been on the wrong side of the TD to interception ratio. So far, so good for Ashley Jackson.
From the 28, Justice out to the 30. A quick stat reset here. The quarterback 6 of 14 for Vegas, 57 yards for Rahman with the pick. Jackson 13 of 19 for 86 yards. Hands has half of those, has caught all 5 of his targets. Redford with just 5 first half carries for 99 yards and a touchdown. Moses 36 yards on 11 receptions thanks to Jimmy Galvez in the truck. 4:43 to go in the first half. 3 receivers all at the top of the screen. Hand off to Moses right up the gut. Makes 2 men miss.
Wow.
And Moses picks up 5, put on his tap dancing shoes.
Yeah, definitely.
Gets to the 35-yard line.
It's like, to steal a quote from Mullenix, it's like Cam on the dance floor. All the moves.
He did say that. What did he say?
That was a horrible quote. I was close.
The last broadcast, he said it didn't always look pretty, but it was effective.
Very effective.
Yes, very effective.
Thank
And
you
by
for
the way,
saving me on that one.
Galvez 11 punts already in the first half. Moses not going anywhere. Coming up to make the tackle, Thomas Rahman Jr. in his 3rd season playing with his pops and his sister out there tonight.
Wow, that was a curious time to do a spin. I mean, you think maybe you should have taken a sidestep there and could have had an angle there for some big yards.
3:50 left, 3rd down and 5. Arizona is 1 for 8 on 3rd downs. Vegas is 0 for 6. Jackson to throw. Jackson in trouble and going to be sacked.
Holy mackerel.
Unblocked up the middle came defensive end Juice Adams III, signed in week 4, and Vegas will force another punt.
Unbelievable. He looked like he was untouched, just flying through that line and tossed the quarterback like a rag doll.
Busy night for Mike Windu and Robert Batarski. Long punt to the 36. Wow. Great kick. All the way out to the 39, or to the 36-yard line, rather. Braun returns it to the 39. And
slow and steady, man.
Yeah.
Don't try and push it down the field. Not against Arizona.
Got a 4-point lead. Yeah,
plenty of time.
It's almost impossible. That's why the throw to Braun was so shocking.
Right.
I mean, it's almost impossible to throw past 20 yards against this Scorpions D, led by Gage. Redford alone in the backfield. John Trusman, only one carry tonight as well for 6 yards. He's been a little quiet. Rahman back to pass. Fires it outside. Oh, it's caught. Wow. What a throw from Rahman.
Yeah, what a throw.
Memphis Blue makes the grab into Arizona territory.
Again, another pass just barely over the outstretched hands of the defender.
I mean, it really isn't bad offense tonight, just great defense. Every single pass has a defender in the area.
Definitely.
Have not seen anything easy tonight on either side. Three receivers hand off Redford. Redford kind of gets stuck. And Tropicana makes the tackle, and there's a reason. There is a reason why it's been hard to throw tonight. 3 ball hawks in the SFL coming into tonight. Jackson, Kanaka, and Hendricks all with 6 picks.
It's crazy. I mean, Arizona is right at the top there with team interceptions.
Everybody trailing Zane Doty, who's set a record already this season for picks by a corner with 12. Redford on a 2nd and 8 gets 5. And I like what Vegas is doing here. Back-to-back runs. Redford's got plenty of juice left in the tank. And it'll set up a manageable 3rd down and 3 at the 42-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Vegas 7, Arizona 3. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Two minutes left in the first half. Las Vegas 7, Arizona 3. Jimmy Galvez, Charles Doherty, Cameron Irvine with you. The 3rd straight one-possession game on the network here today as the handoff goes to Redford, and Redford's not going anywhere. Another failed 3rd down conversion just outside of field goal range, and the tackle at the line of scrimmage made by Alex Constantine, the 23rd pick in the draft this offseason.
Yeah, that a big stop by Arizona. I mean, you didn't want to let Las Vegas get some points on the board here for the end of the half and carry that momentum into the locker room.
90 seconds left, and it's hard to fathom that Arizona would be able to put together an offensive drive given the time they have and the yardage they'll probably have to go here. Batarski's already pinned him inside the 10 once. This ball's going to bounce at the 5. Look at the hop. Oh, he dragged it into the end zone.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy. Frank.
You couldn't punt it any better than that.
Frank shattered the bed on that one. 1st and 10 at the 20.
He shattered hopes of good.
He did shatter hopes.
Ball position.
As well. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Wow.
And Jackson out of the gun with 3 wide will try to put together a drive in 71 seconds. Jackson steps up in the pocket, throws to a wide open Justice near the 1st down marker. Picked up 9.5, but great recognition from Jackson early to come off her primary read.
Yeah, great read there. Got rid of the ball quick. I think that's the key here.
That's the no huddle.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm getting animated in the booth here. What were you saying, Charles?
I'm saying I'm really enjoying doing this broadcast with you. Thank you.
That's not what you were saying. Offset eye, handoff to Moses, and Arizona seems to be in no hurry. Takes the time out there to regroup. Maybe just wanted to make sure they got the first.
Well, they fool us sometimes, then they'll go out to a empty backfield.
I mean, we've seen plenty of no huddle tonight,
Right,
and
yep.
then there you go.
Interesting. Very interesting.
First down at the 34. 2 backs in the backfield, 3 receivers, Justice in the slot. 4-3 look out of Vegas's defense. See all 10 of the 11 defenders on the screen. Jackson throws a quick out route, and Donnie Hands runs out of bounds. Picks up 4, says hello to a teammate, stops the clock with 34 seconds to go.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. This defense is hard. This secondary is hard to throw against, and I think they're not trying to go deep, and I think for good reason because they're shut down so far.
Second down and 6. Jackson has an opportunity here to get points before the half. 5-step drop, in some trouble, just threw it away.
Wow.
And honestly, not the worst play in the world. You take a sack there, the drive's basically over.
Yep, they've got a lot to do here in 30 seconds. But that was a smart play to get rid of it like that because the heat was on.
Is that a lava joke?
Oh, man, I've got tons of them.
Need about 28 yards.
And I'm going to be doing a club later.
To get into field goal range. Jackson out of the gun with 3 receivers. Jackson checks it to Moses and short of the first down. Well, it fooled me, but it did not fool the Vegas defense.
You could call a timeout here and get a shot at maybe a punt return.
And Vegas is saying, I think we've seen enough of this half. Let's go to the locker room and get those second half adjustments
Get
forward.
our juice boxes.
Tom Rahman in the chat says Charles is on fire. There you have it.
I think he wants to throw me in the lob.
And they're going to snap it. That ball almost went over the punter's head. Near disaster. Braun calls for a fair catch at the 22-yard line. And that's how the first half will end. 7-3. Vegas on a 97-yard touchdown run has the 4-point lead at the half. Charles, your thoughts?
It was a long, long half. I mean, I think both secondaries on Arizona and Las Vegas need to be commended. I mean, they've really shut down, keeping the quarterbacks at bay. Had that one run by Redford, which was maybe a slip in coverage there by Arizona. Arizona's still in this. The problem that they're facing is, the defense of Las Vegas is really shutting down their passing game. So they're going to have to find a way to get Moses in and make the defense of Las Vegas adjust and give some opportunity for Ashley Jackson to throw.
I think what's incredible is that in a 7-3 game with Max Jackson and Itera and Rahman Jr., you've got Kanaka, Hendricks, Rockefeller, Gage on the other side. 1 turnover in a 7-3 game through 2 quarters.
Definitely. And here's the run. Here's the run of the day right here. Moses gave it a shot when he was deep, but so far, Redford's got the run. I mean, that was unbelievable. 97 yards.
Tropicana was step for step for him, but he just started a little bit too far.
Probably wishes he wasn't standing there in the end zone after Redford
Yeah.
did that little display.
Yeah, probably not. That was a little crude from Redford. Rahman to Braun. That's the longest pass of the game.
Yeah, you and I, we've done games before where it's kind of stalemate in the first half, and then they just open up in the second half. That'd be interesting if they tap open the offensive playing.
Great block by Guy Shepard on Trammell there for that long run. He didn't get him fully, but he just kind of chipped him off the line, and that was enough. You look at the beautiful sight of Silver State Stadium. And the second half about to get underway, and Vegas will receive to start the third quarter. I think Vegas needs to get Truzman involved more. 1 carry in the first half. Although he is, as is Redford, running into the trenches against Mark Mello, Chad Tackle and company on that vicious defensive front. Chris Braun on the return will get it out to the 34.
I thought he was going to take it outside for a big gain. Good return, though. Very good ball position for field position for Las Vegas. I agree, though. you got to, the more you can give the ball to Redford and Truesman, I think that's going to, prove dividends or show dividends for the Vegas offense.
So after 17 drives and 79 first half plays, Vegas starts the third quarter, 7-3, with Redford alone in the backfield. Nickel look out of Arizona's defense. Rahman floats it outside to Braun for a 3-yard pickup, and those far side out routes, you just get the feeling, Charles, one of those is going to be picked off here before the night's over.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get the ball out there quick enough to keep it out of the hands of the defenders, and it takes a while to develop as well.
Memphis Blue, 40 yards on 3 catches. Braun, 33 yards on 3 catches, and both of them have caught all of their targets. Rahman, 3-step drop, fires it outside, 4 for 4. Memphis Blue breaks a tackle. Down the sideline, broke another. Pushed out of bounds at the Arizona 43-yard line. Gage cleaned up the mess.
Yeah, so far, Blue's been catching everything thrown to him, and he showed us a little bit of his trucking skills when he caught that ball. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 defenders before he's down.
Hendricks takes a bad angle here. Tried to make that tackle from almost a little bit diagonal position.
Yeah, and Blue was a little at a disadvantage on where he caught that ball. He had to, it shows his athletic skills to be able to turn and take it upfield like that.
Quickly, Vegas in Arizona territory. 10:08 to go in the third. Rahman wide open. Braun running an out route and picking up 12 yards on the play. That is inexcusable.
Yeah, we talked previously that those plays take some time to develop and are very dangerous, but not so much on that play. Like you said, the wide receiver was wide open.
You just wonder how long this Arizona defense can continue to bend with the offense struggling just a bit. 9.5 to go. Heavy set, fullback. Truesman lost a yard, and maybe that's why he hasn't seen the ball as much tonight. Arizona ready for it. Mello makes it, actually check that. That'll be B.J. Lovelace in the backfield. Quiet night so far for Lovelace, makes a nice play.
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple tackles, but again, he's been relatively quiet. There's also the option of Redford out of the backfield for a reception as well.
Oh, B.J. Lovelace, back-to-back plays, single-handedly destroying this drive for the Fury. And here we are again, Charles, just inside field goal range. The last time Vegas was in this position, Rahman took a sack.
Definitely. Yeah, I think you got to get rid of the ball quickly here and allow the wide receiver to get that first down. If you try and go too deep, you're not going to have enough time against this defense.
Rahman's going empty. 5 in the box for Arizona. 4 receivers in the pattern for Vegas. Rahman standing outside of field goal range right now. Pump fake, goes long, clean pocket, incomplete. In coverage, Kanaka defending Braun, and it'll set up a very long Rob M's field goal.
And you also had Eddie Gage waiting as well. So, the odds were against Las Vegas on that play.
Ran a post, and watch this again. Does this hit Braun in the hands? Oh, look at Kanaka. Did you see him get that big old paw in there?
Definitely. Great play.
So M's from 48 yards away.
It's in his range. His longest is 50 this season.
10 for 10, right?
Yep.
This season?
12 for 12.
12 for 12. M's from 48 yards. To make it a 7-point ball game. Snap is good. Hold is great. And M's nails it.
Wow.
Rob M's picks up the field goal. Another draft pick from Vegas. The 28th pick of the draft. And the Fury have grabbed a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, that kick right there just showed what kind of power he has in his kicking. He's definitely an asset for that Vegas team.
So, what do you expect to see out of this Arizona offense now down 7?
Well, I think they're going to. I think based on the first quarter, is they're going to try and push it downfield, and I'm not necessarily on board with that. But
whoa!
Whoa! What was that?
Justice dropped the football on the return. Had to go down and get it, and only gets to the 18-yard line. Mental mistakes Charles.
Yeah, they're only down by a touchdown, so as I was saying, don't try and push it down the field too much because it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Don't forget Moses, and you got a fullback that's two in that backfield.
M's disrupting the Scorpions here in the last couple of plays. Handoff goes to Moses running right, and Moses gets a nice 4-yard pickup. 51 yards on 15 carries. Not too shabby for DJ. He's gotten going.
Yeah, and he too was an option out of the backfield for a pass. Again, I haven't seen on either side, haven't seen a lot of passes of the halfbacks.
Here was a look at Merrick Itera in his 5th season. Spent his first in San Francisco and has been in Las Vegas ever since. Moses will get another handoff, and Moses picks up 4. Charles, I'd give it to him again on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, definitely would. I mean, maybe in a single back set and in a trip set or wherever, trying to pull the defenders out of the middle, and maybe you'll get a first down here.
Jackson 104 yards, Rahman 97 passing tonight. Offset eye on a 3rd down and 2. 8 minutes to go. They're going to hand it off to Moses. Moses in trouble, and he lost 2. Sawyer with the TFL in the backfield, and 3 straight runs ends in a 3-and-out for Arizona.
Man, that defensive line is so fast. He had nowhere to go taking it off tackle there. Like we said, they might have had an option up the middle, but no way going outside against this defense.
They've had much more success either running to the right, away from Sawyer and Trammell's side, or running when they've had more receivers out over there to block. But offset eye to that strong side has not been working. 7:24 to go in the 3rd. Vegas trying to put a boot to the neck of Arizona. Still anybody's game. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. $7:24 to go in the 3rd. Redford just 8 carries for 106 yards, and it's been enough, basically, to give Vegas the lead. That is the only difference. Rahman's pass is caught by Blue, and lucky that Arizona didn't get flagged for a late hit there.
Yeah, that looked a little close. Surprised we didn't see a flag on that one.
2nd and 5 at the Vegas 48. $6:55 to go in the 3rd. Handoff Truzman. Truzman got 1, and that is a positive gain for Truzman to set up a 3rd and 4.
When you have the fullback and you get a couple yards, I mean, that's all you really expect. Anything else is gravy. That was a decent run for the fullback.
6:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 4 at midfield. Rahman, the pass, fires middle, and it's intercepted. Mana Kanaka, you could see that coming from a mile away. His 7th interception of the season.
It looked like Kanaka was watching the quarterback on that one and had it locked in the entire time, and Kanaka pulls in his 7th interception of the season.
$6:27 to go in the 3rd, and can this offense finally get something going for the Scorpions? It has been tough sledding.
But Kanaka had 3 interceptions last week. That's incredible.
The hat trick, the rare hat trick. Split backs, handoff Moses. He is crushed. And I'm really surprised. I understand that Moses has had a decent night, but that's 4 runs in a row. Got to get Jackson back in a rhythm. She's 16 of 23.
Yeah, got to get her in a rhythm and start getting some completions with some short passes. And, again, let the wide receivers work for the yards.
6 minutes to go. Moses picks up 4. That's 5 runs in a row. Are they just trying to lull the Fury asleep?
Yeah, maybe.
halfway through the third. There's a look at Sawyer. He has, been destructive. Maybe not necessarily, against Jackson all that much, but against the run, it's been outstanding. Third down, Jackson finally going to throw here. Out route, runs out of room. 1 yard short of the sticks. James hands the pass, got out too late.
Yeah, the route wasn't enough to get that first down, and here they go with a punt.
That is Arizona's 10th punt. They also have a field goal and no turnovers for the Scorpions tonight. That is a strange stat line.
And they're still in the game.
I think the record for punts in an SFL game is 12. As that ball is returned to the 24-yard line. And Arizona's defense, tired and winded, back out on the field when we return. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. .5:12 to go in the third quarter. Jimmy Galvez, Charles Doherty, and Cameron Irvine with you here tonight. Beautiful night in Vegas. And the Fury trying to get to 500. Won last week and trying to get it done here again tonight. Rahman just dumps it right to Daly. And that's something that we haven't seen hardly at all tonight, Charles.
Wow.
John Blades and Dan Daly, the two tight ends of this squad, that is the first time or the second time that either one of them have been targeted.
Definitely. And, on that last play, Robert Redford was in his own zip code on the right side. If he would have caught that, he would have made a big gain.
4:43 to go in the third. Rahman fires it outside, and it's ruled incomplete. Had to lead Braun too far out of bounds, and they have not been effective getting Braun going. 4 catches, just 9 targets, credited with a couple of drops.
Yeah, no runs for Redford either, so they got to get him back in the running game.
It's just been an odd night. If I would have told you that Moses would have 11 more carries than Redford halfway through the third quarter, I would have said, why is that the case? Especially against this Arizona secondary. 3rd and 8 at the 26. Rahman to throw. Was looking for the out route. It's tipped up and picked off. Tanner Hendricks off the deflection. And this offense has to eventually take advantage of these.
Yeah, who was that got that tip?
Could not see it.
It looked like that might have been Tropicana. Oh my gosh! And that was Tanner Hendricks that got the interception, and that's his 7th of the season as well. So both Hendricks on one side and Canuck on the other side are going head-to-head, 7 apiece for the season.
Well, Stephen Mullinex's offense and Eddie Gage's defense, like oil and water here tonight. They have not mixed well, and just both have been a stalemate as Hands gets a 5-yard catch, and I love the pass on first down. Arizona trying to get a little bit more aggressive with the momentum.
Yeah, definitely. The defense of Arizona has done everything that they need to do to set up the offense. It's just once they hand it over to the offense, they haven't been able to get the ball moving. So hopefully on this series they'll get some life.
In field goal range, so that's a plus for the Scorpions. 7 in the box, including Sawyer there on that defensive front, top of the screen, DT. 2 receivers, one to either side. Jackson quickly over the middle, caught. Boy, I thought Trammell was going to one-hand it, but instead the pass caught in the slot by number
T.J. Punk, I believe.
T.J. Punk, the Week 2 signing.
Yep, I think that was his first reception of the day, his first target of the day, and it was right in the hornet's nest. He brought that in.
Definitely caught the Fury off guard. 3 receivers, handoff Moses, got a block, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, that was odd. It looked like the first hole was shut. Maybe the second and third, he tried to take it outside, and you're not going to be able to do that against this speedy defense.
Thomas Thomasina Raman with the play. Got 4 ladies on the field tonight, combined for Arizona and Vegas. 2nd and 12. Jackson changing the play. Gonna throw. Jackson with some pressure is sacked off the near side. Defensive end Jericho Kane forces a 3rd and 18.
Yeah, that was it went around the blocking on the edge there, just got into the quarterback's face, and Jackson didn't have any time to get rid of that ball. Now they're deep 3rd and 10.
Arizona has 176 yards on 60 plays, an average of 3 yards a play. Jackson, 3rd and 18, one-handed catch, and he's 1 yard short of the first down by James Hands. I'd go for it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you got the momentum. I would have even gone hurry up and just ran up there and snapped the ball.
Trammell again makes the stop along with Max Jackson. And what are we going to do here? Lining up to go for it at the moment.
Here we go.
Just go for it.
Roll the dice. You're in Vegas.
Trips right. Bovine is out to the top of the screen. Ball at the 6. 12 on the clock. Oh, this is going to kill the Scorpions faithful. Down to 5. Nobody's budging. And the Scorpions will burn a timeout, send the field goal unit on, and they'll try again to take the lead on the next drive, which will be their 13th.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but if they put some points on the board, they're still well within reach to take this game. The defense is doing everything they can. I mean, you can't rely on the defense all game, but so far they've been doing what they need to do, and the offense seems to have gotten a little life here in the second quarter.
And it looked
half.
It looked like Jackson went over to Gage to talk about, maybe they were looking for a specific look, and they didn't get it, and
this might play a pretty big role at the end of this half with the timeout that was spent.
Absolutely. That could be critical, especially down right now on the road. 22-yard chip shot for Arizona is up and good, and the defensive struggle continues despite 3 Vegas turnovers. They're up 10-6. That 97-yard touchdown run from Robert Redford looms large. Back after this. .202 remaining in the third quarter. Vegas now up 4. Tightly contested ball game. These two teams really wanting this win to better position themselves for a playoff push in the final 4 weeks of the season. The SFL plays a 12-week regular season, and Chris Braun gets that one up to the 31-yard line. And it's time for Vegas's 45th offensive play of the night.
Yeah, Vegas last 2 series they ended in interception, so I think they need to maybe go a little bit more conservative here. I know they're in Vegas and like to roll the dice, but I don't know if that's going to turn out too well for them. They keep going to the well.
3 receivers, Redford in the backfield, and they're going to keep on throwing from Rahman deep down the field. Caught, first down to the Arizona 48. I would describe the Vegas offense tonight, Charles, as fearless.
Yeah, definitely fearless. I mean, they're not afraid to throw against this secondary, which the other teams in the SFL haven't been too successful in. But so far, it's been a little risky. But then they do have Redford back there in the backfield. Let's see if they go to him.
I think the concern that Arizona has to have for their offense is that this is a Las Vegas defense that's giving up 28 points a game. And to have only gotten 6 through 3 quarters has got to be pretty concerning. Redford on the carry, and Redford Well, apologize for that. Our graphic erred out there, but Robert Redford has been tremendous this season.
Oh, definitely tremendous. And every time he gets the ball, he's a threat to take it to the house, just like we saw in that 97-yard run.
Rahman to throw. Moves in the pocket, and the receiver dropped the pass.
That was brilliant move in the pocket there. Get out of pressure, took a couple side steps, kept his base still, able to get rid of the ball. Look at that.
Found a perfect lane to throw from, and Pryor lets it go right through his hands.
You couldn't have thrown the ball any better than that.
And back to Redford. 5.5 yards a carry. Tied for 4th in the SFL. Those are his numbers for the season.
Very impressive. And he's shown why he's so good in that one play.
3rd down and 8 at the 45-yard line. Sometimes all you need is one.
Yep.
Rahman hit as he just crushed in the stomach. That hurts my ribs. And Memphis Blue gets the first down. A gut check throw from Thomas Rahman.
Yeah, definitely a gut check throw. And there's not many quarterbacks in this league that are able to get off a pass like that with such accuracy when you're going down on the ground at the same time.
30 seconds to go in the third. 1st and 10. Just outside of M's field goal range. Trap play, Redford. Redford gets there. Tropicana puts him down after a 3-yard gain. Chat shoutouts to Tom Rahman 11. Coach Craven, Eddie Gage, Roe Broy 8891, Ray Yola. Hike the Earth, Never Satisfied, Thomas Rahman Jr., and many others in the chat at twitch.tv/FTF next. And you'll have 2 minutes to get in there for the 4th quarter of fun. Cruzman gets the reception, only picks up a yard, and it is anybody's game. Put your 4s up in the chat and at home. Vegas leads Arizona 10-6. The exciting conclusion when we return. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans.
Oh.
10:15 to go. 10:15 to go in the fourth. Apologize for the audio technical difficulties there. We're back with you. Second and goal at the 9. Redford up to $127.
Yep.
Second and goal at the 9. Go ahead, Charles.
No, I'm just saying it's tough. It's going to be tough going up against this Arizona defense in the red zone here.
9:50 to go in the fourth. 3 receivers for Vegas. Boy, a touchdown would be almost insurmountable, it would
Smart
feel like
play.
here.
Oh,
Redford
that was
makes a
smart.
man miss, and then
Oh!
Redford dragged down by Lovelace. A pickup of 4. It looked like Redford was single-handedly going to will the Fury offense into the end zone.
Yeah, it was a little dangerous, too. He wasn't holding the ball too safely either. That ball could have popped out pretty easily.
5 yards away from potentially a game-sealing touchdown. It feels like all the points are at a premium here tonight. Rahman with split backs, going to throw. Throws an out route. Oh, it's caught. Oh, he reached the ball over the pylon and he scores. What
Are
a
you
play by
kidding me?
Memphis Blue. He
Wow.
reached the ball out past the pylon.
Oh,
One of the
man.
most amazing single efforts by a receiver I have ever seen.
Oh, that unbelievable! And that was a smart.
Watch
look,
this.
Smart look by Rahman too.
Oh.
That ball placement was the only place he could put it for Memphis Blue to catch it. Oh my gosh, great play all around.
The thought of Memphis Blue to know where he was on the field and recognize it, and extending the ball out past the pylon, and Vegas up by double digits.
Blue has caught everything thrown
He
to him
has.
tonight.
He has been outstanding. 8 catches, 78 yards on 8 targets, and that 9th would be his touchdown. And Vegas takes a 17-6 lead, and Arizona better wake up.
Man, I'm still running that play through my head. That was nice. Very exciting. Now the pressure's on Arizona here. They got to put points on the board because it's difficult to score against Vegas as well. So
9:09 left. And that drive was a killer for the Scorpions as Justice gets out to the 23. And Ashley she's just got to find some grit here. 20 for 27, but only averaging 5.2 yards per attempt. The offense just has had no teeth tonight.
yeah, no teeth. Maybe they should get the halfback a little involved in the passing game. See what Moses can do.
First and 10 at the 23. Play action from the shotgun. Haven't seen that all night. That looked like pass interference.
Yep.
On Rahman Jr., it is not called. Second and 10, pass intended for Donnie Hands, running a drag.
Yeah, Donnie Hands was nowhere near that ball, so it looks like they held him up a little bit, kept him off his route.
Boy, if the Vegas Fury win this ball game, after the slow start to the season, they would improve to 4-4. Down the stretch, Queen City, Carolina, Arizona again, and Atlanta. But the Queen City and Atlanta games
Wide
are
open.
beastly, and Tiberius Bovine, the most open player we've seen all night long.
Yeah, wide open on that one. Hasn't been targeted a lot, but just like Blue, when you throw it to him, he brings it in.
Look at that. I mean, nobody in the area. Colantrelli, the free safety, comes up and saves the touchdown.
Yeah, it's like he snuck in that little seam.
8:40 to play. Split backs, 3 receivers. Jackson fires, caught, Donnie Hands. 6-yard gain to the Arizona 49.
Maybe now's the time to do a little of that hurry up.
It's almost like the offense has found a new rhythm given the fact that there's only 8 minutes left in the game.
I mean, I think it's natural after a big play like that, like the one to Bovine, is just to get the offense fired up, get it in that hurry up mode, and keep the defense on their heels.
James Hands, 8 receptions on 11 targets. Handoff now to Moses near the first down marker. 3rd and 1. Time continues to tick.
Yeah, not a lot of yards there, but that was a very solid run there by DJ Moses.
Arizona has also Carolina, Vegas, and Queen City left. They also have St. Louis. Boy, at St. Louis, at Queen City. That is a rough last
tough.
2 road games.
There we
Moses
go.
has the first down, and if he just could have gotten one more block, he was gone.
If he would have bounced out to the outside, he had all day to the end zone. Easy for me to say, but hey.
Here's another look. Watch this block
Nice, look at
right,
that blocking up
right,
front, right there.
Oh, and hey, credit to Max Jackson. He came in, made the play, sort of dove at Moses, so he wasn't blocked.
Yeah, he was loaded for bear when he came in there.
Moses now 56 yards on 21 carries. 7:12 to go in the fourth. Jackson with 3 wide on a counter to
There you
Moses.
go.
Oh, boy, Moses could not get moving. Looked like it was set up pretty nice, but another tremendous play by Juice Adams III.
Juice is showing the juice on that one. He ran him down. I thought that was a big gain for Moses coming up, but the defensive end shut that one down.
So back
It's an
to
odd number for a defensive line.
Yeah, well, and 3 straight runs, too, after all those passes for Arizona got him to this point. 2nd and 10, Jackson to throw. Jackson looking for James.
Nice
Hands
throw.
pass caught.
Yeah.
9 catches, 12 targets. First down of the Vegas 33, plenty of time.
Jackson's starting to heat up at the right time.
James Hands about to cross over 100 yards here. Outside of Blue, now the game's leading receiver with 80 yards.
Wow.
Jackson, 23 of 31, 74% completion out of the empty, changing the play. Vegas' defense shifting all over the field here, trying to counter. 6:08 to go in the fourth. Jackson takes a high snap, fires it deep over the middle, and it's off of Hands. And I'm going to have to see if Vegas got a tip on that, but Hands might have just lost it.
Yeah, I think that just hit him in the shoulder pads and bounced off. But Ashley Jackson, I mean, her completion percentage is near 72%. Hasn't thrown a pick at all, and I'm sorry I said that, but I had to. But this is the right time for her to get heated up.
Don't do it to her, Charles.
Yeah, sorry, Ashley.
2nd and 10, 6:04 to play in the fourth quarter. Jackson hands the ball off to Moses to make it a more manageable 3rd down, and more importantly, Charles, it gets him into field goal range. A field goal would keep it a one-score ball game.
You got to walk away with something on the board here. Don't necessarily need to get a touchdown. So my point is, don't force it.
You don't want to get into a situation, though, where you're under 5, down 8 either, forcing the issue on special teams. 3rd and 6. Split backs, 3 receivers. Jackson to throw. Jackson goes underneath. The pass is caught. What a great route and a first down as Roscoe Justice ran just a little short in, but he went towards the ball. If he would have stopped and waited on the ball, he would not have gotten the first down.
In the most dangerous part on the field, he caught the ball low, too, going up against that linebacking core. And he survived.
Tremendous lead pass from Jackson on that as well. Hand off to Moses, only gets 1. And Arizona just, I mean, now is not the time. Drury with the play on defense.
2nd and 9, they need to start thinking about putting some points up on the board pretty soon, because once Rahman gets the ball back, I think they're going to try and wind the clock down.
As far as I'm concerned, this is 4-down territory for Arizona. It would be hard to take a field goal this late in the game. Jackson going to the end zone. It is knocked up in the air and incomplete. It was too far out ahead of Donnie Hands, and Max Jackson is there to swat it down. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, she almost rolled snake eyes on that one. That was a dangerous, dangerous throw.
Wow. 4:39 to go. Arizona's defense has kept them in it this long. This has been one of the better drives of the night for Arizona. 4 receivers, 3 to the bottom of the formation here. Jackson back to throw. Jackson throws into quadruple coverage. Inexcusable pass there to Bovine. And now you have to take the field goal.
Yep, you have to. I mean, again, another bullet dodged. I mean, she must have a 4-leaf clover in her pocket or something, because that normally doesn't get dropped by the defense.
So a 38-yarder for Bryant Dynasty to make it a 1-score game again, and a very low-scoring ball game here tonight. Lowest score of the entire Week 8 slate thus far. don't forget, we're on tomorrow night with a doubleheader here on FTF and 11 Sports starting at 7 Eastern. 37-yard kick for Dynasty is good. And now the big question with the onside kick, Charles, and with this, I don't know, I'm a bit torn because the way this Arizona offense is playing, they can't afford to have poor field position. So maybe you onside kick it, but the defense is playing so well.
Yeah.
But Redford has the chance any time to break out a 97-yard run and end the game as well. So Arizona's deciding to onside kick it. And Dynasty will fire it, and it's quickly hauled in at the 39-yard line. What's important about that is it is outside of field goal range. So Arizona's defense has to come up with a quick stop.
Yeah, it looked like Thomasina Rahman brought that in. That was a big catch by her.
Boy, same story all year long for Arizona. Just have not been able to get the offense moving, and now the ball's in the hands of Thomas Rahman. Handoff Truzman, the fullback. Nice play call. Picks up just two,
nice
and the clock will run.
Yeah, we rarely see it, but I always like it to you start using some timeouts on the right side of the 2-minute mark. When you pass 2 minutes, it's normally too late.
Yeah. Nervousness from all the fans here in the stadium, even some Arizona fans making the short trek up, just a few hours to Vegas. Two in the backfield. Heavy look, 2nd and 8, bleeding as much time as they can off the clock. Rahman hands it off to Truzman. Truzman just may have squeezed it into Rob M's range. Although from the 34-yard line, Charles, if they don't move it any further, I'd just punt it and make them go 99 yards.
Wow, okay.
That's what I do. Instead of risking a field goal and the miss and then giving them great field position.
Well, if you're going to punt it, then let the clock run down and get a penalty.
But
you would never see that.
If Vegas can get any closer, then, yeah, you definitely kick it. 3:20 to go. Time running out on Arizona to improve to 3-5 and win their 2nd game in a row. 3:12 to play. Rahman going to throw, and Rahman's pass is caught. What a gutsy call by Las Vegas. They get the first down, and now the game is severely in doubt for Arizona.
Wow. Well, we're in Las Vegas. I mean, man, talk about rolling the dice. They caught the defense completely surprised on that one.
John Blades with the catch. That was tremendous play calling.
Clock's still running, getting close to 2 minutes here. So, again, I'd try and drop some timeouts on this if I was on Arizona's side.
And I wouldn't do that again. That was
right.
My heart leaped out of my chest there watching that play develop. 7 in the box for Arizona. They hand it off to Redford. Redford gets around the corner. Redford 10-5 touchdown. Robert Redford with 2 tonight. And Vegas goes up by 2 touchdowns.
Unbelievable run. I mean, he had that whole right side open. There wasn't a defender near him. It looks like the defense was maybe expecting something on the left side or in the middle. He had a complete open path to the end zone. Good blocking downfield as well. Look at that.
Wow. So Vegas, really a nice all-around effort tonight. Appears like they're going to walk away here, but Arizona will get the ball back. 2 timeouts. Still have the 2-minute warning. Down just 2 scores. Never say never in the SFL for sure.
Never say never.
That kick for Vegas is on its way and good. 24-9. And kudos to Vegas for sloshing their way to 24 points against this very good Scorpion defense.
Yeah. I mean, that was 2 big runs by Redford. Everything else was, okay. But he's probably going to get the MVP of the game based on those 2 runs, I think.
And honestly, the onside kick doesn't bite Arizona in the behind, because if Redford were to have run that and they would be at the 40 right now, Arizona may not even get the ball back.
Right.
So at least this way, Arizona still has a chance.
Yeah. They still have a chance, but they got to score quick.
Man, we haven't really seen, have we seen any deep balls outside the numbers tonight?
I don't believe so.
To the Hands brothers.
I don't believe so.
I mean, that's where you got to be looking here. Jackson, back to throw, flips it outside. Oh, got to get out of bounds. Rookie mistake there by Reigns, who's in the game because Justice is on the sideline after returning the kickoff. And Jackson's pass is caught by Hands. That's a great play call.
That is, yep.
Because that'll get him another play.
2 minutes. Yep, definitely. It's very smart. And that's a hard pass to catch as well.
But Justice being out after the kick return and Reigns spinning back into play cost the Scorpions about 15 seconds there. 24-9, Arizona clinging to hope. Feels like they've been doing that all night. Jackson pump fake, fires into traffic, incomplete. And again, it's in between the hash marks.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that when we come back. 2-minute warning. Vegas up 24-9 on Arizona. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Be right back. Second down and 10 for Arizona as we wrap up this three-game slate on For the Fans. Jimmy Galvez, Charles Doherty, and Cameron Irvine, your broadcast crew for tonight's game from Nevada. Jackson throwing it outside. Donnie Hands gets out of bounds. 3rd and 2.
Very smart. They're going to have to go a little deeper, though. And again, the clock is not their friend. They need to get points here soon.
You think under 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, if they score and do not recover the onside kick, the game is over.
Right.
So they'd prefer to get a score in the next 34 seconds to avoid that possibility.
And have some time to work with when they get the ball.
3 receivers, split backs for Jackson. 3rd and 2, Jackson, outside, Hands. Hands turns the corner, did not get out of bounds. To the 44-yard line, going to have to hurry. James Hands chose yardage over getting out of bounds. He's now over 100 yards on the night. Jackson, 3-step drop. Jackson in trouble, goes down. Oh, I can't believe Arizona didn't call a timeout, 2nd and long.
Yeah, and the wide receivers were deep downfield, eating up time, trying to get back to the line.
Jackson again, nearly sacked by Sawyer, and Moses just runs it out of bounds. That's the smart play, just desperate to stop the clock.
Yeah, they got a reset there on 3rd and 14.
That was Rhett Sawyer again in the middle.
Yeah, he's a beast in the middle, definitely.
1:26 to go. Arizona, 3rd and long. Split backs, 3 wide. Three-step drop again. Pressure at her feet. It's caught!
Unbelievable.
By Hands, 3 yards shy of the sticks. So they will have to convert the 4th down, but that was a circus catch if I've ever seen one.
That was, Ashley Jackson was on the run. The pocket was collapsing. She was able to take a step, do one of those old school jump passes, and get it into the hole.
Almost rolled for the first.
Wow.
Well, got to convert here. 4th and 3, a field goal does you nothing. Jackson empty, 4 wide. Dime 3-2 look for the defense. Jackson's pass is nearly intercepted. It won't matter. Threw it right into the direction of the defender. And Las Vegas will come out of here with a victory.
Whew. Man, that was some excitement there. They had it. They had it all the way. I mean, they didn't go to the sidelines. We talked about that all game. They shut it down. Las Vegas shut down that middle of the field, and they weren't throwing it to the sidelines where they should have been.
Well, Arizona will drop to 2-6, and Eddie Gage knows all about comebacks late in the season to make the playoffs.
Oh,
but
wow,
this
yeah.
one is going to hurt. Vegas gets a critical win to move to 4-4, and that now puts Las Vegas, I should say, in the same category with the St. Louis Gladiators. Plenty of other teams could join them. Tulsa's 4-3, Chicago's 4-3, Denver's 3-4, Mexico City's 3-4, still left to play this week. And 2 more kneel downs will end this one. Well, it was an odd game, Charles. Each team had 14 drives. Vegas only ran 60 offensive plays, while Arizona ran 85 offensive plays for 287 yards.
Yeah,
Just
crazy.
a weird game.
Yeah, and from an Arizona defense standpoint, I mean, they had the two runs by Redford that took it in the end zone. Other than that, they played outstandingly, except for those 2 plays, I think.
And Rhett Sawyer makes a great point. We were talking about this in pregame. Vegas moves to 4-0 at home, 0-4 on the road, and Arizona's also 0-4 on the road.
Yep. Neither have won on the road. Vegas is tough at home. If they can turn it around on the road, I mean, they're definitely could be scary in the playoffs.
Charleston at 6-1 plays Tuesday. Atlanta 6-1 plays tomorrow against Chicago. Vancouver got the win earlier today to improve to 7-1, the first team this season to 7 wins. And Vancouver very close to getting back into the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years.
Well, that's great news. That really is.
For Vancouver Legion fans, that puts a wrap on this one. Well, we didn't get the drama we thought we'd get late. Arizona just could never put it together offensively tonight, and Vegas puts together their best defensive performance of the season. Your final numbers, 325 to 281. They're really not that lopsided.
No, except for the turnovers. I mean, but that didn't do anything against Vegas.
And the one Redford run. If
Yep.
you take out the 2 touchdowns from Robert Redford, Arizona, far and away, played a better offensive game than Vegas did tonight.
Definitely. I mean, that's when you've got a thoroughbred in the backfield like that, you've got to lock him down on every play, or he's going to make you pay for it. All it takes is 2 good plays from a guy like Redford, and they get a win.
And Vegas has got to feel really good. They've won 2 games in a row. They're the only team to beat the top team in the league so far this season. And they're working with a lot of positive momentum here going down the end of the season. That was Parker Thomas with that fantastic deflection.
That was a great deflection. Yeah, I mean, at both sides of the ball, they played solid, and they kept only 9 points for Arizona, which is always a defensive coach's dream to keep them under 10 points. But overall, they're heating up. 2 wins in a row. Let's see if they can take that momentum and get a couple wins on the road as well.
So Arizona, just another team to fall victim to the 2-6 bug. Seattle, London, Houston, and Florida and Arizona all entered the week 2-5 and all have lost, putting their playoff hopes in worse jeopardy, definitely way worse jeopardy than when we started week 8.
Yeah, the thing about Arizona is, like you alluded to earlier, they've got Eddie Gage, at the helm, and he's used to being on teams that make a push to make it into the playoffs. So it wouldn't surprise me if Arizona starts figuring out what they need to do to turn it around and make that strong push to the playoffs.
Your player of the game tonight, who could it be? Robert Redford, 13 carries, 152 yards, and 2 game-changing touchdowns. Thanks to Jimmy Galvez on stats, Charles Doherty, my analyst. I'm Cameron Irvine, and this has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. From all of us, visit simulationfl.net. Join our community. We'll see you there. Good night. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 7 Eastern on 11 Sports and For the Fans.